What's the stupidest way you've ever been dumped? Stupidest way I was ever dumped was when I was in high school. I was dating a girl, and I'm not sure we had anything in common. That's not how... That was not a benchmark for love for me as a kid. I was never looking for, like, the common ground. I just, like, you know... arbitrarily got aroused by people around and was like, you, I love you, and okay, and off we went. I guess we're dating now. Isn't that incredible? So, like, there's all that. So, dating this girl who I had nothing in common with. I believe that we talked to each other on AOL Instant Messenger, and any interest she purported to have, I was like, I guess it's my interest now. And she dumped me because, quote, I've been praying a lot to God, and I think that God is telling me that this is the right thing to do. And even as a young, immature boy, I thought, that's a little fucked up. That's a little bit straight fucked right there. I mean, dear Lord in heaven, I am struggling to know what to do with this relationship. What is your guidance? He's a tool! To leave him! Tell him I said so! Like, God loves all his children, but don't date Sean, he's kind of a fuck man. And so I was just like, alright, well, it's a good thing that won't leave a brooding insecurity in me that will build up for decades. Jesus.
I concede.
Flora says, well, they're with the Christian demographic of this channel. No, you know what? Christians who are watching, I bet none of you would do that. Any Christians watching would be like, you know what, I think this isn't working. You don't throw God into my face. God said that you're bad at makeouts, and that it was a sin anyways.
Malfurion versus Anduin.
God told me it's okay to leave you because of how you smell. That's what he said. Bing Crusher says, sorry, Sean. I just prayed to God and he told me to stop watching you and that you're bad and you smell. It's okay. If God messaged me and was like, I'm not gonna watch your shit, you're bad, you smell, I'd be like, yeah, no, that's what it's like being a content creator. People just do this to me, you know. Sometimes it's viewers, sometimes it's God. You know, you gotta get an iron skin and get used to that sort of behavior. I think about the worst times I've ever been dumped, like, ever. I mean, part of me, it's hard for me to look at the times when I was dumped in my life and to go, oh, that was so hard for me. What I really think was, Jesus, she dated me that long when I behaved in that way? Holy cow. I mean, I actually think I must have been a real pain in the ass, man. When I got to college, first girl I dated in college, I experienced something that can be described only as normal. We had a disagreement about a thing. I don't mean like we had a fight and in the course of the fight this stuff happened. I'm talking like something real basic, like I liked a movie and she didn't like the movie and that made me feel weird, you know, like some pretty not dramatic shit, okay? So I was feeling bad. I was feeling like, ooh, boo hoo hoo, blah 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 blah. My name is Shelly. Like the movie I like. Her name wasn't Shelly, but whatever. I guess that's the name that's in your head now. Her name was actually Felicity. I didn't know how to tell her. And you know the way. Here's as a 30-year-old who's matured. The way to do that is to just bring us up. Hey, can I talk to you for a second? She goes, yeah. I'd be like, listen, I know you didn't mean anything by this, but you know, when you said X and Y and Z about the movie yesterday, I don't know, I just felt a little weird. You know, it's a movie I really like, and you know, I really care about what you think. It just kind of hurt my feelings. You know, you make sure the other person doesn't feel vilified. You share your point of view, understanding it might be hurtful to the other person. You know, but you don't make it. You prepare the reassurance for them to make sure you can get the reassurance for yourself. You know, all this shit. You do that shit as a mature fucking adult. But when I first got to college, I was just again, was upset with her about, I can't remember what it was, but it was something as trivial as, I liked the movie that she didn't like and I felt weird. And so I stopped talking to her, went to her room when she wasn't there,
Someone injured?
and put a huge note on her pillow that said, "We need to talk." I would dump me. Okay? Like, I don't want to put up with shit like that. She gets this note that's like, "We need to talk," and like, "What do we need to talk about?" And like, I just did not even say, like, I don't know, I just felt a little weird about the movie. I just instilled drama and shit. I remember when I was in high school, there was this girl who I guess I was dating, but like, I didn't have a car, and I went to an all-guys school, so I didn't see her that much. And cell phones were not a thing. And so like, one day I saw her after something, I don't even remember what it was, and she's just like, "Hey, can we break up?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem." Because I didn't know what else to say. I was like, "Oh, of course, no, of course, yeah, totally, yeah, no, let's go, yeah." Oh, Jesus. Like she was saying, "Do you want to go to Denny's?" I was like, "Yeah, Denny's, go to Denny's, of course, yeah, it's totally fine."